Duke freshman Paolo Banchero tonight had 10 points and 8 rebounds in a win over Gardner Webb. They killed Gardner Webb. That wasn't the story, though. The story came this morning when the Raleigh News and Observer broke a story that Michael Savarino was arrested Sunday morning for DWI. And in the car was Paolo Banchero, and he was in the backseat. Savarino happens to be Coach K's grandson, who is a walk-on at Duke. Savarino did not suit up tonight. Paolo started, and again had 10 points and 8 rebounds and played 26 or 28 minutes or something like that. You guys surprised at all that Paolo played?
I'm not there. And I think you have to trust that Coach K, his administration, and his staff, clearly have their arms around the situation. Every single coach is going to go through a situation where they get that phone call and it's not good. And you have 2 good kids who probably did something they weren't supposed to do. And at the end of the day, it comes across the ticker. That's what you try to educate your guys on all the time. Obviously, the scenario with the DUI or the DWI is not a good thing. The rug situation is obviously very fresh on everyone's minds, very dangerous, but at the same time, not there. You don't know the dynamics around the situation. And, I think you have to rely on their administration, their program. They have those answers. So, but everyone's been there. Every situation kind of has a different story. I've been there a number of times, and sometimes it ends poorly for everybody and everyone suffers. And then there's other times there's some hard lessons to learn, but everyone can kind of move through it. But I do think good guy, Sean said it all the time, good kids make bad decisions sometimes, man. And at the end of the day, these guys just have to understand that they're the ones that come across the ticker. The other 15,000 DUIs that went on Sunday night across America aren't announced. And, inevitably, especially playing at Duke, there's such a light on you, but you got to rely on your administration and your program and what's going on. You have the information. So it's hard to comment on somebody else's situation. They're all different.
And the other part of that, Sean, the other part that I did not mention was it was Paolo Banchero's car that Savarino was driving. So that's the other dynamic added to this. And that's why they're both going to have court dates, because what the police were saying, at least according to the newspaper, was that Paolo shouldn't have let Savarino drive his car intoxicated.
Yeah, I have 2 really strong thoughts on it, Jeff. One is the hardest thing to do as a coach is to get the truth and the facts. Get the facts, get the facts, get the facts. You're so used to, as a coach, to doing it yourself. Hey, let me solve this problem. These kids are under my watch. I want everything to go perfect for them while they're in our program. And when something doesn't go perfect, how can I fix it? Look, at that point, you're relying on the right people to get the truth and the facts. And then once the truth and the facts come up, then, you don't make this decision by yourself. I would imagine not even Coach K, who's been at Duke for so long, is going to make this the one and only voice on the decision. They have an administration, they have protocols. This is much bigger than just the singular incident. So I'm sure that together they'll end up making the right decision. My second thought on it is, and Arch is right, great kids can make a bad decision. I think great kids, not good kids, but great kids, they're at college for a reason. And as much as we want them to be robots and see every situation for what it is and make the right decision, sometimes they make mistakes. When they make a mistake, you hope that, everybody is safe. In this situation, it seems like everybody was safe. And then sometimes the best way to learn from it is to learn by making the wrong decision. It's a much more powerful lesson when you have to go through this tough period of time. And my hope is that everybody, especially those 2 guys, come out on the other side of this smarter, better, and down the road, they'll have a similar situation and they'll end up making the right decision then. So part of college, it's still learning. It's not to prevent mistakes. It's not to be perfect. It's to learn when you make the wrong decision, to grow from it. And when you're 18 years old or 19 years old, trust me, decision making, there's plenty that you're going to have a do-over. if you can when you're later in life.
Listen, I don't know if you guys will admit it, but I made that mistake when I was younger and probably older than they were. So you get fortunate in those situations. And, the hard thing for Kay has got to be, it's his grandson. It's his grandson involved in this one. Like, I know if that were my daughter, damn right I'd be pissed. And damn right I'd be disappointed in the fact that she were doing this. Because what we don't want more than anything, I think, is for our kids or our grandkids to make the same mistakes we made, right? I mean, that's kind of like the first thing we're doing as parents is like, don't make the same mistakes we made. So luckily they're okay. Hopefully they do learn from it. And we saw Paolo out there, and Savarino, hopefully we'll see out there soon. All right, we got